Hello everyone, Aaron Singleton here, outside the box again. And today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about EMFs. Now, not just your cell phone, but EMF in general in your environment and how it may be affecting you, and you may not even realize it. Now, I think to get this started, I'm going to begin by removing some EMF from you. So, as you know, I'm an energy healer. So I'm going to send the energy out to all of you, and I'm going to start removing the electromagnetic energy that's gotten embedded in your tissues with years of phone use, Wi-Fi, the things coming from the cell towers, the bursts that we get coming from space and satellites. We're in EMF soup, and it is affecting our health. So as I am pulling it out, removing it, here are some things you can look for. Can you feel your forehead, like frown lines up there, start to soften? Things around your mouth and face start to relax. Can you feel it coming out of your eyes the same way it went in? Some of you that hold the phone in front of you a lot, do a lot of texting, you may feel it coming out of your thyroid. And that's what I'm going to be doing as I tell you a little bit more about EMF, how it's affecting you, and why you want to get it out of your body. All right, so the way I noticed the electromagnetic fields affecting me some years ago was, well, got a new car, and of course everyone wants to do the satellite radio, but I found that when I turned the satellite radio on, my throat clogged up, tightened up in about 15 minutes. So it was pretty obvious to me over time that I was not going to be using satellite radio. But the thing is, how do we mitigate it so we don't even take it into the body? And for many of you, it's too late for that because you've been doing it for years and you're not even aware of how it's affecting you. So when you go into, I'll just use Best Buy as an example, but any place that sells a lot of electronics, especially TVs, and has a lot of Wi-Fi and EMF going on. Well, when I go into the room with all the big screen TVs, my hair stands on end. I can feel it in my body. But there are people that work there, there are people that go in and out as customers that feel absolutely nothing because your bodies have gotten accustomed to that frequency, okay? Now, as it is coming out of you right now, you may feel, just a softening of the tissue, some relaxation. That's all we're looking for. Nothing out of the ordinary beyond that. So, having the cell phone, we'll start there. We're taking it, a lot more of it in through the eyes because many people have totally gotten rid of a desktop phone or house phone. Everything is on their cell phone, banking, everything that you can imagine that you would do on the computer is done on the phone. That gives us a lot more exposure. Now, because of texting, there's a lot less use of the phone, let's say, beside the head. Now, with the heat signature of the electromagnetic energy going through the head, which has been measured, okay, depending on the amount of time you spend on the phone, that heat signature just travels through your brain and can go all the way to the other side, and then it takes X number of hours for that heat signature to dissipate. But when you're on your phone, off and on and off and on all day long, right up until the time you go to bed, that heat signature never gets a chance to totally dissipate. This is where slow brain damage actually happens. Now, of course, it affecting the eyes, so some people will end up with damage to the retina or the cornea or the rods and the cones, and it is not going to be looked at by your eye doctor as being something caused by your phone. It's just not tied together in that way. There will be a few of you that actually develop sinus conditions as a result of the phone in front of your face. And some of you that are getting the hyper or the hypothyroidism, it's because you're texting and all of that electromagnetic energy is going right into your thyroid area. Now, there is plenty of literature out there. I think Gary Null, PhD, has written several articles on it. There's others that have written about it. And we're looking at slow, long-term damage. Some of you are noticing that you have developed sensitivity to the phone and you can't be on it for an extended period of time. Some of you will notice that you can feel the energy creep up your arm when you hold the phone for a period of time. You can literally feel a sensation in the arm. Well, you put the phone down, but guess what? You're right back on it. Now, there's also the damage to your pineal gland, your pituitary, okay, as well as the brain in general. If some of you are having sleep problems, well, the pineal is associated with melatonin production and circadian rhythms. So the rhythm of life and sleep especially is governed by the sun. When the sun comes up in the morning, the pineal gland, which has calcite crystals in it, receive the light. They send the signals to start waking up the body. Well, that gets damaged by the electromagnetic frequencies. And then come the end of the day, the opposite happens, because as the sun goes down, those crystals in the pineal get sent a different signal, and it's wind down, get rest, go to sleep type of signaling. Okay, but we have the light of the phone in front of us all the time, right up until bedtime. So this is what throws off the circadian rhythms. This is what throws off your melatonin production. And now you're taking a sleep aid, or you're just having restless sleep, you're irritable, among a whole host of other things. So this is all about how do we get it out. Now, some of you can feel, I mean, even though you don't see my hands working all the time, I am pulling the electromagnetic energy out of your eyes, your brain, your face, your throat. Some of you may even feel it coming out of your chest. It can, if intense enough, affect your heart and your heart rhythm. Now, I'm no scientist, like I say, but plenty of scientists have already written about this. There have been lots of experiments. It's up to you to want to know what's going on with your body. So I'm going to just leave you with that. It is up to you to want to know what is going on with your own body, with all of the EMF that you're exposing your body to. And for those of you that are giving electromagnetic toys, whether it's the pads, whether it's the phone, or whatever it is, to a child at 2 years old, they are getting overexposed at the time that they're growing. It's going into the bones even. Think about that. Do your research. Take care of your health. Thank you.